Hi, Ram. I would like to introduce, dear brothers and sisters, this beautiful monthly magazine called Sathya Sai, the Eternal Companion. Sairam, dear brothers and sisters, that was a brief glimpse of the monthly magazine, Sathya Sai, the Eternal Companion, that started, the first issue came out on the holy occasion of Maha Shivaratri this month. And the purpose of this magazine is to spread Bhagavan's divine glory and mission throughout the world. And as you can see from the brief introduction, this touches on various topics that were dear to Swami, topics that Swami has extolled and pushed forward for the world and for the welfare of our world. And you'll see each of those topics in the index page, in the table of contents. And I'm going to go over that with you. But before that, there are unique parts of this magazine that some of the authors and readers have talked about. And I urge you all to get hold of this magazine. At the end, I'll tell you how to do that. But you should get hold of this magazine every month, not just to read what is there in that month's issue, but also to eagerly look forward to future issues. And you should be always thinking, what is coming next? What is coming next? Let me see the divine glory and mission of Sathya Sai Baba through the eyes of the SSIO. I'm now going to show you another brief introduction to this magazine by Alida Parks.
In one of the very first interviews with Swami, he looked at me and he said, "Remember 3 principles: love God, fear sin, practice morality in society." He repeated it twice, patting firmly on my head, as if he wanted me to fix it in my brain. Then, as a school teacher, to ensure I did understand and memorize it, he said, "Repeat." If we follow these principles, all-round progress is guaranteed. So I kept his advice as my key guidelines, trying to understand and analyze the meaning behind his teachings. If you wish to read more about personal experiences and to deepen Sai teachings directly through the source, through his writings and discourses, please visit satyasai.org and enjoy the Eternal Companion full magazine.
So what I would like all of you is to take a brief look at the first issue that came out earlier this month. And each one of you should have full access, and it's easily available. I'll show you first how to get it, and then I'll show you the first issue. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. This is our homepage, sathyaSai.org. And I hope all of you use this page, this website frequently. So you can go here and look for this right on top. Featured article. The first one is Sathya Sai, The Eternal Companion, Volume 1, Issue 1, that came out this month. So please do take a look at it and just click on it. And you have first a beautiful editorial. This part here is the editorial for that month. And the next month's issue will have another editorial for that month. And these editorials are beautiful spiritual pieces of wisdom. And I can't think of any substitute for these. They come from Swami, and you can see it here. So please do read these. This is what Swami's divine glory and mission is all about. It's nothing more than this. And then you have this button here to download the issue. This was the first issue, and therefore we called it inaugural issue. The next issue won't say that. And you click on it, and you have this magazine. You look here on the top right, there is a download button, which if you click, you can download this for later on reading it at your leisure, or you can view it directly on the website over here. And it's so beautiful. You can see, look at Swami's face. It just brings light to all our lives. And so you can see there's a quote from Swami, and then the table of contents. So we are talking about the divine glory and mission of Swami. And you can see Swami's discourse is the first item after the editorial. The editorial is an extract from several of Swami's discourses, and it's on a different topic each issue. But this one here is Swami's discourse. And this is a Maha Shivaratri discourse because this issue was released on that occasion. Then you have experiences of devotees, and this section will be there some of the months. It's not that every month you'll have all these sections, but this is a taste of some of the sections that are there using the theme of divine glory and mission. These experiences are part of the divine glory. Swami's glory comes at this beautiful gift. It comes as a gift to us on a one-to-one interaction with Swami for many of us. And the last we can think of when that happened was during all these avatars. Jesus was there, Buddha was there. There were people who had one-to-one interaction with those avatars. And how wonderful would it be if we can sit and hear those stories directly from those people who had those interactions? So that's why that's part of Swami's glory. And then you have letters that Swami has written. If you click on that, it will go here to that page. And it's so beautiful, these letters. And this also comes in Swami's handwriting. Letter to his love. So you can see the divine's handwriting. It is just so beautiful. You can just take this page and preserve it. These are all copies. I would urge you all to keep these copies with you. In the past, we used to keep copies of various magazines. And now this is for life. You gather this because this has a collection of Swami's discourses and his mission and glory. So that's the other thing. Then humanitarian service by the SSSIO. History. This is a beautiful section. It gives you history of the SSSIO in USA, but you can also have history of other countries, SSSIO in other countries. This is in USA, and in future issues, you will find other countries also highlighting their history. And it is beautiful to see how Swami, from Puttaparthi, from the beautiful abode that he was in, from that divine abode, he had started all these SSSIOs in various countries. And that's the history that you will be reading about. The first one was USA, and so on. So keep track of these, look forward to these future issues. Then again, another discourse from Swami, and there were 2 letters, as I said, one to his brother, the epic letter, and the second is to Hislop. Then humanitarian service, medical service, glory of womanhood. And that's what Alida was talking about. But there's Alida and Katinka, 2 of them gave a little article about their experiences with Swami and Swami's words on the importance of women in our lives and our society. And who more to tell us about than Sai Shiva, about the importance of womanhood. Then YAs have a section of their own. Environment, there's a section, SSC, and this is beautiful. You saw some of the children's things, and you'll see, I'm just scrolling through this quickly for you, and this is so cute. You can see these little sketches that were made by the SSC children, Group 3 SSC in the US. And here's another sketch, and they write unity forever. So you can read about this and how, and you read this. This is not just for the elderly folk, by the way. This, as you can see, it's a magazine for women, young and old, men, young and old, children. And so the family can sit and jointly share in this knowledge, in this beautiful knowledge and experience of others. Read it with your family. And I have to go back to the table of contents. Here you go. And finally, you have this. This is very important. What are the events that are coming in the future? You have dates over here. These are SSIO online events. And you'll see that there is Maha Shivaratri, Akhanda Gayatri, and so on. So you can keep tabs of these. You can take this page out, those of you who know how to do it, or print this page and keep it on your refrigerator so you will know exactly when these events are going to happen, and look out or watch out for the letters that the SSIO will send out to you, SSSIO will send out to you. So that is a brief thing about this magazine. It's a beautiful magazine, as you can see, not as I have told you, but as you can see yourself, and as attested by Alida and many others. So please grab a copy and read about it and look forward to the next one. Jai Sai Ram.